Hello and welcome, finally, to Imperator Rome. Big thanks to Paradox Interactive for giving me early access to this title, and I'm excited to get into it. So, let's start a new game. Some lovely artwork on this. I'm definitely going to be using a lot of this for thumbnails. Let's get into it and have a look around the map. Oh, look at that Library of Alexandria. Yes, so this is the map, and again, if you've been following my Dev Diary run-through videos, you'll know that I adore this map. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And now, on my channel, I think it's safe to say that I've had a little bit of a history with playing as the Roman Empire, either as Byzantium or as an exiled Roman faction, etc. So, what better country to pick for my first run in Imperator Rome than the titular nation itself, Rome. So, Rome, how are we doing here? So, we start off with 394 pops, 143 of which are citizens, which is really good for your technology. We also have 131 freemen, which is your manpower. Tribesmen, they give you a little bit of manpower and a little bit of cash, and then your slaves also give you a lot of cash. That's your tax income. We start off with Publius Sempronius Sophus, and he is fairly good. 7968 on his martial, his civic, his oratory, and his religious powers. And, you know, he's a fairly decent ruler. You really don't want to see anything below 5s, but this I'm very happy with. He also starts in as a part of the civic faction because we are not an empire, we are a republic. We are a part of the Roman Republic. So let's get into this and we'll see what's going on. Senatus Populesque Romanus. For over 20 years, the nascent Roman Republic has fought a harsh campaign against the Samnite people to the south. Although a victory of 10 seemed far from grasp, war ended in Rome's favor, resulting in the liberation of the important Greek city of Neapolis. The Samnites, however, having retreated to lick their wounds, are far from defeated. In the north, the Etruscan people eyed the expansion of the Republic with apprehension. To the south, myriad Greek city-states plot behind one another's backs, all the while appealing to their benefactors in Greece for aid. On the far-flung island of Sicily, the foreign invasion of the mysterious Carthaginian Empire threatens to upset the precarious balance of power in the region. Will Rome rise victorious or fall into internal strife and barbaric hordes? The fate of the Republic rests in your hands. For the Republic indeed. So, what's going on? Where do we want to go from here? Personally, I like to use this political map mode because when you zoom in, then you can see the colors still, and I do spend a lot of time zoomed quite far in because I really like it. As well, the map still shows the the terrain beneath the color, even in the political map mode. It's taking a little bit of a cue from transparent political map mode mod from EU4. I like it, it's good. So, we start off with 15 troops, 5 archers, 5 heavy infantry, and 5 light cavalry. They're fairly decent. They're all really good against light infantry, which you tend to find a lot of in the early game. So it's a really good army, but we're probably going to be wanting a little bit more, because if we have a look at Etruria to our north, they start with 16 cohorts. They actually outnumber us. The Samnites to the south, they start with 7. So we'll have to, those are our biggest rivals to the start of the game. If they ally each other, it's going to be quite difficult of a start, but we'll see what we can do. So, going through the tabs, starting off with the nation overview. So we have these things, these are ideas. If we fill out our ideas matching what they are here, we get this little bonus, which is quite nice to have. And when I grow up in strength, so I will stop being a local power and start being a regional power, this bonus will also become better. So you really want to match these. I don't think I've seen a situation yet where I wouldn't want to match them. This is just too good of a bonus. It also gives the nation a little bit of flavor, so that's quite nice. We can also change our governor policies, which you can think of these a bit like edicts from EU4. You can change them from this screen. It costs you, I think, 40 oratory power to change. 45, and a little bit of tyranny. I think that might be because I've got a little bit of corruption. No, it's not. Okay, so I guess it is just 45. So, what do we want to do? At the moment, I'm fairly happy leaving it all how it is. manpower and fort defense. We got local autonomy, making people happier. And we've got some commerce income and local import routes. That's also very nice. So, do we want to purchase these? These cost oratory power. And you have to basically make a decision in every campaign that you play. Do you want to fill out these on day one, or do you want to spend your oratory power, perhaps fabricating a claim? You can't do both. Everyone starts with 200 oratory power, and it's a choice you have to make. The claim for that early war, or getting your ideas. You have allied with Frenatia. That's not too scary, to be honest. Yeah, if these guys ally with the Samnites, it's going to be a very difficult time for us. So I think I actually want the claim, so I can go in and murder them as early as possible. And we'll do the claim over Tuscia, which I believe, is that the northern one? Oh, it's the central province. So we'll take a claim on Tuscia, which does mean we can't afford these anymore, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll get them eventually. Going into our government, we can see who our various advisors are, if they're any good. 6 is a little low, so I might want to swap you out for Quintus Fabius Gurges. Also, he is part of the populist faction, which is bad. You don't want the populists in power, so we'll swap you out right there. Basically, if you get your populists in power, you get a horrible negative of plus 10% power costs. So that claim would have cost me a little bit extra. You don't want that. It's bad. It's bad juju. Don't want it. If the religious power is in faction, if the religious faction is in power, sorry, you get Omen power plus 10%. We'll go into that in a moment. And pop conversion cost negative 33%, which is really powerful. Then the mercantilist faction gives you commerce income and diplo rep. The military faction gives you morale of armies and morale of navies, which is really, really good. And that is actually who is next to be our consul as well. And then the civic faction gives you build cost, build time, and 25% national tax modifier, which is kind of huge. So the popularity of the various factions is basically whoever is in power. If they have more power, that's more likely that they will vote for their candidate to, become the next consul. So at the moment, I've got my censor here is the most likely candidate to become the next consul, and we have our. When is my next election? It is in a while. Oh, there it is. 455. So I've got 5 years until the next election. That's fair enough. Okay, so moving on to the military screen. There's nothing we can do here yet. This is basically our traditions. Costs us 800 military points to get a tradition. We can choose any of these 3, and you don't have to finish one of these before you go into the next one, but generally it might be a good idea to, because the later ones are quite good, like constructing border forts, building the military roads. There's some really good stuff down here. So we'll have to see. I think I will go down this path here because heavy infantry is something that we will be making a lot of use of. But other than that, you can see your stats of your various units, and yeah, it's quite nice. Nothing we can do about it yet, though. Technology screen, we can actually do something here. But again, we've got another choice for the start of the game, because these inventions cost civic power. And basically, I've got a choice of whether I want to spend my civic power on inventions at the very start of the game, or whether I want to do a trade route. And for some reason, I'm already trading, so that's not a choice that I have to make. I thought I did have to make a choice there, but I guess not. Oh, this guy's got a trade route, so I could trade here. Could get some iron or something. But yeah, usually that is a choice you have to make. Usually, as far as I can tell, most nations don't start with trade routes, but apparently Rome is an exception to that. So I will take a couple of inventions. We could go with some technology speed, and we'll boost that even further for our martial advances by military tech investment. So we're going really hard on the technology. It'd be really nice. We've also got a couple of other choices. Army morale recovery is nice. Omen power is very nice. Again, we'll go into the Omen power in just a moment. Diplo rep, fabricate claim cost. If I hadn't already taken that claim, that might have been a good idea. Improve opinion maximum. We've got national tribesman output, tax, commerce income. Starting experience is quite nice. Think of experience a little bit like drill. Apart from you gain experience from, fighting and stuff, it does decay over time as well, unfortunately. And then trireme discipline, that's your boats. So that's technology out of the way, on to religion. So as you can see, we've got another option to pick here, another decision to make. So omens, you can choose an omen. It lasts for a certain amount of time, and I will tell you as soon as I picked one because I can't remember the exact number. Every single nation in the game has the same omens. They are just called different things. So the blessing of Mars, for example, if you're playing a Greek, would be the blessing of Ares. And similarly for the rest of them, they're all culturally different. So the options here are lots and lots of tax, some unrest reduction, that's really good. Commerce income, really, really good as well. Manpower, some discipline, if we're going into that early war, could be really good. Population growth is also really good, and research points. I think because we've got that early war coming up, I'm going to do the Blessing of Mars. And that lasts for 5 years, and then we, pick another omen. Your omen power, by the way, is affected by a few things. Firstly, the ideas and traditions that you take, like this one here, the hierarchical haruspitation will give me plus 5% omen power, and this is retroactive, right? So if I pick this up in a few years or a few months when I have enough civic power, this will change this number to be a higher percentage. Also based on your religious unity, so if you have 100% religious unity, you'll get 100% of the bonus. So at the moment we have religious unity only of 98.3%, so our omen power is only at 98.3%, plus our augur, which is from our government here. Is that you? There it is, this guy. So he's also giving us plus 14%. If we had nobody here, and we had very, very low religious unity, say we're like Bactria or something like that, then our omen power would be horrible, and we wouldn't get very much benefit at all from our omens. So keeping your religious unity high and having a good augur, or whatever your cultural equivalent is very, very important. So moving on to the economy tab, taxes. It's not like EU4 where you just lower and raise your sliders depending on what you really want. In this, there's different bonuses and effects. So your taxes, if you lower it, you get lower unrest. Obviously you get lower tax as well, but lower unrest. If you really need it, that could be something you really want to do. However, if you raise taxes, you get more money, but you get less research. Similarly, with commerce, I don't know which of these three is actually better. So if we go with free trade, you get an extra import route, which can be really, really good. Say I've got only one import route here. If I wanted to import extra horses, which would give me light cavalry discipline in the capital, that might be kind of worth it. But on the other hand, if I wanted just more money, I could get national commerce income plus 15%, which, commerce will add up. Not so much at the start of the game, but later on, commerce income can be very, very good. So it's a trade-off, There's no benefit for the middle one. Also, slaves needed for surplus. If we just have a look at Rome for a moment, you can see, hang on, if we have a look here, we need 15 slaves, and if we have that, we'll get 1 additional cloth. If I had that one here, I would need 17 slaves for that 1 additional cloth. Right now it makes no difference because I don't have 15 slaves, but maybe in the future that could be something that I won't mind about. Maybe I'll have so many slaves in Rome that this makes sense. I don't know. Similarly, army maintenance, your morale goes down, your maintenance goes down. Morale goes up, your maintenance goes up, and then in the center is just normal. Fleet maintenance, similarly, just the same thing. Fort maintenance is your garrison size, and fort defense goes down and then up. And then your wages, if you want to not spend so much money on wages, and that would be for these guys and also your general, then you can change this down, but then the loyalty will go down. Or you can pay them more, and your loyalty goes up. Also, there's convert currency, which is a lot of money for very few points. I don't think I've ever done this. I don't think I ever will, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, that's an option if you so desire. Diplomacy tab, we sort of touched on this. A lot of the things are similar to EU4, but I will say that you can see everything for your enemies. So I am looking at Etruria right now. I can see he has 16 cohorts. I can see he has 35,000 manpower. I see he has no boats. He has 183 ducats in his treasury. He has 1 stability, etc., etc. So, yeah, you can basically see everything. You are omnipotent. Or is it omnipresent? I don't know, one of them. But you can see everything. There are some various actions you can look at. There is no, right now at least, support independence, which I feel is a little bit unfortunate, but I don't know. At the moment as well, we are on a bellicose stance, which means we have war score costs of -20% and fabricate claim costs of -10%. However, all our neighbors will not like it for that reason. If I wanted to change this, it would cost me 100 oratory power, and there are some various different things you can do instead. At the moment, I can't tell you the bonuses because, I can't click them. But subjugative, if you've got subjects, bellicose is what we're on right now. Mercantile, if you want more money from trade. Appeasing stance, if you want to get rid of some aggressive expansion. And neutral, I believe, just gives you some diplo rep. So, that's the diplomacy tab. Decisions, some just various decisions that you can enact. We've got trade overview. With trade overview, I recommend everybody at the start of every game clicks this button. This should be done by default, to be honest. Basically, this means that you won't trade away your surplus in your capital. So at the moment, I've got a surplus of wine, of iron, and of grain. If I was to trade any of that away, I would lose the bonuses that I get. So the bonus here is, where is it? Army maintenance cost -5%. That's really, really good. I don't want to lose that. Bonus for iron, heavy infantry discipline plus 10%. I don't want to get rid of that either. And then grain, you get national manpower plus 10%. If I didn't have that clicked, all of the AI would be like, oh, I want some wine. You've got a surplus of wine. Give me that wine. No, I don't want to. I don't want to give you that. So, yeah, click that button, everyone. Characters just shows you your characters. You can sort by imprisoned or not imprisoned, sort by gender, employed, ruler family, etc. And then you can also go via your families, and you can see if they're happy or spurned. See, the tremuli at the moment are scorned, which just basically means they don't have enough jobs for their family. But considering you're a populist, I don't much give a damn. And then finally, mercenaries. You can see all the mercenaries on the map and how much they'd cost, etc., what they've got. It's just basic stuff. So at the moment, I have a lot of scorned families, which is not good at all. But I do have 2 jobs to give away. So first off, I've got a general's job. And so I've basically got, I would say your general wants to always be, the highest marshal you can get, adding into effect all of the different modifiers. I don't think we've got anyone with modifiers. Yeah, no, we don't. These come from traits. So, one of these guys would be totally fine. But if we have a look here, do we have either of these with a spurned family or scorned family? So you're a part of the Cornelii and you're a part of the Fulvi. The Cornelii are scorned. So if we give you the job, the Cornelii, as soon as we unpause, might no longer be scorned. And then, of course, we'll have to have an admiral as well. You're Sempronii. Nope, you're not there. You're not getting a job because you are a populist and we don't like those. The Valerii, they are scorned, so we could give Marcus Valerius Corvinus a job. Nice. So as soon as we unpause, we'll be able to see if that had an effect or not. And I do think it is about time to unpause. Do I want to make another army, though? We don't have a whole lot of money, so perhaps not just yet. Let's check the supply map mode. We are fine to go and sit in the city of Nepete. So we will go sit there, we'll unpause, and we'll get ready to invade Etruria. We can declare war on the 1st of November because, you got your month of protection as per usual. Unfortunately, my Senate does not want to support me, and I have found it very difficult to actually get the Senate to change their mind on these things. Apulia, you're south, aren't you? Yes, I do love it where you hover over the flag and it'll show you exactly who they are. That's real nice. So Apulia, we could get an alliance from you. I don't feel like I need one, to be honest. But I do feel like... Oh, now you're only guaranteeing for the blah blah, whatever your name is. So yeah, the Senate is divided. The way I've seen the best way to get it up is your ruler popularity. But it's very difficult to get this up in a reliable fashion. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold a game. If that doesn't work, then I don't know. we'll just have to wait and see. I really want to declare war soon, though. Let's wait until the 1st of December, and then we'll declare war. We might be lucky. No, we're not lucky. So those games didn't really help at all, and we will try and take Tuscia. We've got our allies, which are vassals, basically, and we will go and take Tuscia. The Senate will not like it, so we are now tyrannical, which hurts our primary culture, happiness, the general loyalty, but we get more money from slaves, and we can imprison and execute people for a little bit cheaper, which, you know, swings and roundabouts. It may be what you want, it may not be, who knows. So we will just march in, and we will see what happens. As we've got a fort on the border, we are automatically sieging this city of Pyrgi, which is fairly cool. Also, this was a bad place to build heavy infantry because now he is going to die. It does indeed suck to be you. So we will go over there, we will go and we'll blockade. Actually, no, there's no point in blockading him because he does not have a port. So, not every city on the coast has a port. You can see the ports by this little lighthouse symbol here and the little graphic. If you're trying to siege a port and you don't have a blockade, just like in EU4, you will have a little bit of a negative to your siege speed. However, if you're trying to siege a province on the coast, sorry, a city on the coast, and it does not have a port, then you don't get that negative. So that's nice. Alright, are my allies doing anything? They're probably waiting until they have a little bit of morale. There's your army. That was a silly place to put them. Could I have made it there? No, he's blocked it over. There's no way I could have gotten to Pupluna. Would have been nice, but never mind. What I will do, though, is I will build a few more boats. I would love if I could get maybe 6 extra boats. There we go. An army of 10 will be quite nice, because I also would love to take this strip of land here. I want to completely, fully annex the Etrurians in the First War. That would be quite the gain. Be very nice to have. What are you all doing? My consul has gained arthritis. Oh, that's just lovely. So he hasn't called anyone else into the war. My vassals probably set their army maintenance to low, so that's why they were just hanging back. But now they've got their morale back, maybe they will start coming north. We will have to wait and see. Okay, there's their large army. If they merge these two armies, I might be a little bit boned. Although, you know, vassal AI, it's never the best thing, so they can just charge in and basically do whatever they want. But I've got another, what, 30,000, a little bit more than that, 40,000 coming in. So that's going to be quite nice. A water shortage for 21%. This is going to be very, very strong for us if we can get this real soon. This seems like a bit suicidal until you wait for your friends to come and join you. Ah, there we go. My friends are helping me out. Right, so we have sieged the city of Valtuna. We've gained some slaves. One went to Rome, one went to somewhere else, and another one went to Rome. And now, because we've sieged a province with a fort, this city, and city will all be automatically sieged by the garrison that I left in this fort. So that is really cool. I don't have to worry about that. And we will move on to the next fort. Although it looks like we're going to first have a little battle against this guy, because why not? A tale of two cities. The very nature of autonomous city-states often leads to disagreements between neighboring authorities. In this case, the scenic coastal city of Canusium ended up in disagreement with their neighbors Luceria over a minor land dispute. We've been asked to arbitrate over the matter at hand, but it's clear both settlements will harbor a grudge regardless of our decision. So we can choose to get a little bit of money and some unrest in the other one, or the other way around. So let's see. I didn't click on you. Where is it? Canusium and Luceria. I don't know where either of those are. Canusium, can I see him? Can I see him? That's Corfinium. Is it over here? Yes, here it is. So you make me 0.25 ducats, and you make me 0.24 ducats. So your Canoseum is going to benefit more. Done. So next month we're probably going to see the income go up a little bit on that province. I would like to have another battle, please. Maybe I'll just go and siege. Although my vassals are going to have battles for me, which is quite nice. So these things here, these little pillars, indicate that this city is the capital city of the province that it is in. So this province here has all of this land in it, and for the Etrurians, this is the capital. I can't ask for this province in a peace deal unless I own the capital. So same for this one here, although this is the only city they own in this province. Same here, and the same here. The capital city of the entire country will always be the capital city of the province as well. Again, I can't demand any of this land unless I own the city of Apulia. So we'll definitely be wanting to go over there. That is another thing to take into account. There's a lot of little layers of this game that I don't really think of. And this city thing threw me for a loop for a little bit until I realized. So, my consul, a daughter has been born to my consul. She will be named Sempronia Prima. She's a daughter of the consul of Rome. She's a Sempronii. Very nice. At the moment I have one disloyal character, but he is a member of the populist faction. And he's 100% populist. He does not like any of the other factions. So personally, as long as I don't give you a job, I am not caring what you do. You can be as disloyal as you like. You have no power to do anything against me. So, yes, perfect. So, vassals are going to siege the various provinces that the cities have not been sieging. We can afford a new invention, and I think I'm going to go with some more Omen power. That could be quite nice. I'll give us a little bit of extra discipline. So now our discipline from this is now at 5.8. It was at like 5.67 if I remember correctly. But considering it's me, I might not be remembering correctly. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Still got a lot of scorned families. As Rome, you tend to have quite a lot of families, so this is probably not going to go away anytime soon. Though I will be able to add some more governors to these provinces when I take it, so it shouldn't be too bad. Right, we have an envoy asking for what is he asking for? Wood. He's asking for wood. You're also asking for wood, so I imagine I can only accept one of these. Both give the same amount of money. I don't really care about either of them, so I'll just accept that offer, and then you don't get wood because I've already traded it away. So our commerce income's 2.99. It will go up. Commerce income, I found, gets very, very high towards the end of the campaign. But anyway, I'm going to put a cut in there. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to click the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We'll finish this war next time, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.